What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and today I want to address probably the number one comment that's been in the comment section of pretty much every video that we've uploaded as of late. This is not going to be an easy video for me to film. This is not going to be easy for me to talk about, and this is also something that probably a lot of you aren't going to agree with. You're probably going to question my judgment on this, and that's okay. You know, I just ask that you guys hear me out and at least let me explain my side of the story. You know, there's been a lot of ups and downs with After Prison Show, with folks that we've brought on, situations that haven't worked out for whatever reason. It's an unfortunate thing. And you know, certain things happen that I feel like they can't be undone. And you know, maybe that's my fault. Maybe I need to change my entire way of thinking, or at least my entire way of going about dealing with certain situations. But again, like I mentioned, you know, certain things, they just can't be undone. And Dave, well, he did something that I feel you can't undo. For those of you who may have a cable bill or Verizon, I have Verizon. You know, when you pay your Verizon bill, you acquire what's known as Verizon points. And you could use those points to do all sorts of things. One thing in particular, order new release movies. And last night it was me and my wife. We were sitting down after a long day at work for both of us, and we wanted to watch a movie together. In fact, we wanted to see that new Sicario 2 movie. If you guys have not seen the first Sicario, I highly recommend it. The second Sicario movie goes just as hard as the first one. My wife and I really wanted to see this movie. And you know, I went, turned on the TV, went to On Demand, and went to rent this movie. And when I went to rent this movie, folks, I realized that all of my Verizon points were gone. You know, I pay my bill every single month. I am a responsible adult, and with that, while paying my bill, I acquire Verizon points. When I noticed last night that all of my Verizon points were gone and I wasn't going to be able to use those to rent this movie, and instead I would have to pay $4.99 to rent. If you've never been through a situation like this, you cannot possibly relate. You don't know what it was like to feel like you're doing the right thing, and then to notice that all of your little perks and rewards, they're gone. And you've got no idea why. I called Dave last night and I asked him, I said, Dave, have you been watching movies at my house? And he told me that he had been. I asked him how he was watching those movies, and he told me he thought that those movies were free. They weren't free. And in fact, the only way that he was able to watch those movies was by using every last one of my Verizon points and rewards. When I learned this, I absolutely lost it. Again, put yourself in my position. Put yourself in my shoes. This is not easy to do. We work hard here on After Prison Show to try to make the best videos that we possibly can. And at the end of a long day, sometimes all I want to do is relax. And then when you go to do that and you turn the TV on and you want to order an on-demand movie, you want to see the follow-up to Sicario 1 because that movie went so hard. That movie went so hard in the paint. And you go to try to order that movie and learn that all of your Verizon points are gone. They've been used, and they haven't been used by you. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to do what I did.
What would you do?
I fired Dave.
Fired?
Dave used all of my Verizon. What
Hold
would you do?
Hold it.
This is something that
Over a movie?
I worked hard for these Verizon. I worked hard for these Verizon points. And to realize
Over Verizon points?
Verizon points? You brought me over here to fire me over some Verizon points?
Dave, you're not even supposed to be here. How did you get in my house? I thought, Cody, you didn't. Why are you filming, Cody? This is not going on World Star.
No, I would ask Cody to film. I was going to talk about how I was feeling lately, so I'm here to leave. Like, you brought me here to make me leave?
Dave, I'm sorry, man. Look, some things can't be undone.
I'll tell you what can't be undone. If you fire me.
Dave, you're done. It's over.
Man, hold up. Come
No,
on.
Dave, it's over. It's over. You
Get out the chair!
Get out the chair! You sick Dave!
All right, Joe did a low blow. I got hit in the nuts. Whew.
Sorry. You okay?
Just a little. I'm a little
Dave,
okay.
you scratched the What you got some nails? We're not locked up no more.
I got one nail.
Yeah, my DNA's up under that nail now.
Okay, so I refuse to be fired. It's not happening. Fire me for something else. Them Verizon points went to good use, Joe.
You probably were looking at porn too.
We're not talking about that. You were here. I watched porn by myself. Oh my God. Joe, I didn't think you were gonna react like that. I'm a little, Joe is a big guy, but I handled it. I'm in the chair. I'm in the chair right now, and I'm not going nowhere. You're not gonna fire me. I'm not leaving over some Verizon points. That's not happening. Let me tell you what's really been going on. I've been dealing with a new strand of the West Nile. It's called the East Nile. I don't know how I got it. I think I got it from my nephews in Ohio. For like the past 10 days, I've been deathly ill. The only thing I have been able to accomplish is I got up and I went to GameStop and picked up the new Call of Duty game. That's all I've accomplished in the last week. It is sad. It's kind of pitiful. But I'm back now. And we are not going to let Joe fire me over Verizon points. Well, maybe this might be the last video y'all see me in, but I'm here and I'm going to tell you what I've been doing, what's been going on. 2 weeks ago, today, I was in Ohio visiting my family. And man, I had a blast. It was the greatest time I've had in a long time, and I feel like I deserve it. I've been doing everything I'm supposed to do, and I was rewarded by getting this out-of-state pass, and I went and I visited my sister, my nephews, my brother-in-law, and my dad showed up, and we had a good time. We had a really good time. I got to visit a bunch of different places, but let me tell you right now, my anxiety on the way there was ridiculous. Ridiculous. I was quiet, jittery, because I felt like, I don't know, I felt like I was running. I felt like I was doing something I wasn't supposed to. Every morning I woke up there, I had to like shake this funk out of me that, you know, I'm okay. I'm not violating my probation. I'm not running from anything. I'm on vacation. Yeah, so I did. I dealt with this anxiety, but it got better. It got better, and I was able to go do things with my family, with my sister, with the whole family. I went and hung out with my brother-in-law. I got to do some stuff with my dad too, and it was great. One of the coolest things I did while I was there is we went into Cleveland to this place called the West Side Market. At this market, it ain't nothing but these little shops with food everywhere. All types of food, man. All types of food. This one lady was like, I was like looking at steaks, and this lady was like, we just chopped that cow up today. I was like, well, that's a fresh piece of meat. You know? I mean, it was really cool place. They had sweets. They had different styles of food there. Korean, Greek. I actually ate a gyro, and it was huge. It was humongous. It was literally like the size of my face, like this big, and you had to eat around this thing in a circle, and you were guaranteed to get stuff all over your face. I asked the lady, I said, how am I supposed to eat that? She said, stuff it in your face. They had a sign up that said, the size of your euro depends on the size of your attitude. Well, I gave her no attitude, so does that mean I get no euro? No, it meant the exact opposite. This lady packed so much meat into this euro that it didn't even close. It was like this. And they wrapped it in the aluminum foil wrap, and that was it. And these things were like $11 a pop. Just one. They were huge. But it was really good. That was really good. I got those. I got these other things. It was a piece of cheese wrapped in biscuit dough, wrapped in bacon, dipped in Korean barbecue sauce on a stick. And then you baked it. And it was called a barbecue cheesy bacon bomb. And it was amazing. It was absolutely awesome. If you want to make your own, give it a shot. telling you right now, by far one of the coolest pieces of food I've ever ate in my life. And we got some cannolis, and man, we just spent money. We ate there. But the thing about this building is it's hundreds of years old, maybe 200 years old. I don't know. And then some of these shops have been there for a long time. And I have video footage of looking, and each one has their own sign saying, you know, we've been here since 1908, and this store's been here since 1912. I mean, they have been there for a long time, and it is an old building. It is a creepy building. It's kind of creepy. It's really old, but it was really cool. It was a good experience for me to get out and to enjoy, you know, myself. Usually when I leave the state, I'm on the run. Your boy done absconded. And guess what? You don't go have fun. What I did was I went to the West Side Market and I found a cop, and I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Dave from AfterPrisonShow." And then this guy talked my head off. But he was really cool. He was really cool, and he talked to me about, you know, his time on the force. Said he was a beat cop in Cleveland in the 80s and the 90s. That right there is probably an accomplishment. He made it through probably a tough part of town. And I respect him for that. I respect him for that. I did some other things too while I was in Ohio that I can do while I'm here. I played video games. I went and seen a movie. I went and seen the new Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish movie, Night School. But I got to do it with people that I haven't seen in a long time. You know, I played video games with my nephew and my son, who was in Virginia. We were all on the headset, and we got to play Fortnite for a little while. But it was just cool being around family. You know, family that's proud of me. Family that sees a change in me. Family that at one time probably would have been worried about me stealing stuff from them, but have seen the changes and the progress that I've made, and were more than happy to have me at their house. We're just smiling the whole time. And it was really good, man. I wish my sister and my dad lived closer, but they don't. But it just means that when I do get to spend time with them, it's just that more important. It's just that more fun. Now, mind you, I spend time with my dad on PlayStation. We'll always have Call of Duty, Dad. But look, let me tell you something else. So the weather was a little iffy towards the end of the vacay. We all took a trip. Me, my girlfriend, my sister, the kids, my dad. We went to this farm to get pumpkins. We get to this farm. We're thinking it's a pumpkin patch. We get to pick pumpkins. But they got the pumpkins already picked for the most part, and they're on these wagons. You go up and you pick your pumpkin. But they had other things for the kids, and then they had a giant corn maze. Giant corn maze. Now, I don't have footage of this because it had been raining that entire night and that entire morning, and then the weather looked terrible, so I didn't even bring the camera out because I thought, you know, if it starts raining and I got the camera, I'm in trouble. Well, I enter this corn maze. Now, mind you, look, they give you these cards. It's just a regular white index card, and they give you these cards, and they're like, look, there's 5 stations in the maze. You find these stations, and there's a hole puncher with different designs in the hole puncher. You punch the holes in your card. If you get all 5 of them, we'll give you some candy for the kids. And I was like, oh, all right, sounds like fun. For the kids, right? So we all get together. I get my little nephew, Mason, got Mason on me, put him on my shoulders, and we go walking through this maze. My dad's got my other nephew, Trey, and I got Mason, and we're walking. We go into this maze, and we come to these crossroads, and my dad's like, let's split up and see if we can't get this thing done. I was like, all right, sounds like a plan. I make a left, my dad goes straight. We go opposite directions. We get to walking. Now, mind you, it had been pouring all night the night before, and it had been pouring that morning, so the trail through the corn maze was mud, and it was slick. I'm literally sliding everywhere I'm going. Like every step I take. A couple times I thought I was going down, and I got a kid on my shoulders. Mind you that. So I'm going. We find one. Blick up. Hole punch the card. Keep it moving. Now, my little nephew Mason is like, Mommy, Mama, What? Nigga, he starts crying. I don't know why, but he starts crying. And I can't console him. I'm bouncing him and swinging him. And next thing you know, I'm slipping. I almost go down again. I'm like, you know what? Look at you. I looked at him. You know what? We're leaving. Look, this was my mindset. When I went in the cornfield, I was like, I'm just going to keep making left. Left turn. Left turn. Like, I'd follow the trail, and then when we get to a left turn, I'd make that left. And then follow it, and then make another left. So when I went back, I made a bunch of rights. And I came back out the entrance. Got the kid out. Sitting there with the fam. I'm like, damn, my dad's in the maze. I'm gonna go find him. So I go back into the maze. I'm in the maze for about 5 minutes, kind of moving a little bit faster, slipping, but moving. Call my dad. Like, what's up? Where you at? How many did you get? He's like, I got 2 punches. I was like, well, I only got 1. He's like, well, I'm still looking. Let's just go ahead and get off. I was like, yeah, my phone's about to die anyways. He's like, all right, boom, click, get off the phone. I keep moving. My phone, beep, beep, vibrates in my pocket. It dies. Got no phone. Get to walking. Next thing you know, you hear thunder and lightning. And then the sky just begins to dump rain on me while I'm walking through this corn maze. Now I'm a little upset. There's nowhere to hide. So I begin to try and make myself get back out of the maze. The corn's tall. You can't see over it. I'm about to just like start beelining through the corn. But I don't. I keep moving. Dude, I was in the corn maze for like 40 minutes. Lost. I could not get out. I was so scared. Only found 3 hole punchers. 3 stations. That's it. The kids only got 3 pieces of candy. Shoot. I'd have bought them the candy. I don't ever want to go in a corn maze again. Just traumatized. Thought they were going to leave me in there. Or zombies. But that ain't even the worst part. When it started raining, the animals come out. The animals come out to play. Look, when I say this is a big corn maze, it was like 10 acres or something. Animals come out to play when it begins to rain and they hear noises. A deer runs across the path, probably 10, 15 yards ahead of me. Oh my God. I began to like slip all over. I'm grabbing the corn, trying to hold myself up. Luckily, once again, I don't go down, but I got mud up to my knees. Never going, I gotta say this without my voice cracking. I'm never going back into a corn maze, and you can't make me. I don't care whose kids are there. I don't care. I don't care how much candy. I want no, not going back. I have nightmares. Children in the corner. I was waiting for the little kids to come out. Never again. So finally, I get out. This is the most traumatizing part of the whole thing. I get out, and when I see my girl and my dad and my sister, and they see me, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy to see them. I'm like this. I'm like, oh God, thank you. And they're just laughing at me. Oh, you got caught in the rain. I was like, I was lost. I couldn't get out. They didn't care. They thought it was hilarious. I hope y'all think it's funny too. It wasn't funny. It's one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life. I'm not doing it no more. It's never going to happen again. No. You know, I got over the traumatization of that by thinking about my golf trip. Me and my dad versus my brother-in-law and his dad. It was the Dave versus the Tonys. My brother-in-law and his dad both are Tony. Me and my dad are both Dave. So it was the Daves versus the Tonys. Yep, that dream got crushed. It rained every day after that. We were supposed to go Saturday morning, it rained all day Saturday. We were supposed to go Sunday morning, it rained all night Saturday night. Then when we called the place at 7 o'clock in the morning, they were like, can't do nothing about it. Course is wet and hole 10's underwater. We were like, well, shoot, we just want to do 9. They weren't letting us. You know, I've only been golfing 4 times, and I'll tell you right now, I got no shot whatsoever. I suck. But it's fun, especially when you're with good people. When you're out there, good people, good time. You know how it is. I really wanted to do that, but I didn't get to. But I got to spend time with my family. So that's where I was for the first week. Well, towards the end of my vacation, my nephews, and I will continue to blame it on my nephews, my sister says, well, they didn't have what you had. I said, yeah, because them boys' immune system is a lot better than mine. They haven't got years of drinking and drugging on their belt. And that's what my problem is. My past, a cold come, boy, that thing comes. It comes. Let me tell you, I'd have rather had a baby. Just saying. And that goes to all you women out there who said, I had a man cold. I'm just playing. I don't want no baby. But I don't want this cold either. This thing I had was definitely like stage 6. Red alert. Serious business. Joe wouldn't even let me come to work. But it was Sunday. It was time for us to leave. And we were leaving and my girl's like, what's wrong? And I said, I don't know. I think I'm getting sick. And I have been drinking Dayquil, NyQuil, Tylenol, and Mucinex for the past 10 days almost. Squirted bottles of saline and nasal spray up my nose. I've taken boxes of cough drops. I've done everything I can to get through this thing. Sleep, puke, crap. It was bad. Maybe it was the flu. I don't know what I had. I was only getting sick for one of the days, but it was bad. It was real bad. So I spent my entire downtime being sick thinking, thank God I got sick the last day of my vacation. Because I would have been so mad if I would have been in Ohio the whole time with this thing I got. Maybe I got it from being stuck in the rain in the corn. Maybe that's where I got it. You ever think about that? Huh? Family? You want to laugh at somebody? Maybe I picked up pneumonia or something. Thought it was funny. You got stuck in. All right, I'm off it. I'm going to get off it. Let me get off it. I'm off it. Look, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I had my vacation. It was great. I had my sickness. It wasn't so great. Except for the fact that I got to spend a lot of time on Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty, and I died a lot. I died quite a lot. But I got to spend a lot of time playing video games, hanging out with my kid. Now it's time to come back to work, and my kid comes down with the worst case of freaking poison ivy I've ever seen, except the case I had. I had poison ivy in my mouth. I seen my kid with poison ivy. I was like, oh, I love you. Stay over there. Stay over there. That sucks. Boy, I'm so sorry you have to deal with that. He woke up this morning and came in my room to show me. His face, it looked bad. It looked really bad. And I feel so bad for him. So, that's where it is. But I'm back. I'm not fired. Screw Joe and his freaking Verizon points. If he's got any Verizon points left, I'm going to go watch another movie right now. I'm not fired. I'm finally back and I'm ready to do some work, man. So until next time, man, enjoy your life. The free world, never take a moment for granted and make the most of every day. Peace.